Train doesn't look great for them. I think BREN have got a chance there, sort of, but yeah, they did definitely play terribly when we previously saw them. And then when you look over towards the next two maps, I think Checkmate dominates. So I'm on the Checkmate train as well. What about you, Tom?
Well, yeah, they're one of the, I guess, surprises that we've seen so far. I think Techno has been someone that we've basically looked at and gone, oh, we don't know
Yeah.
anything about this kid. And then he's probably been my favorite player so far this tournament. So
Hmm.
that's fair enough. Rue as well has been really good. And when we saw them on Inferno yesterday, Blitz had a standout performance. So, yeah, I think this team has a solid base. And from what we've seen from the other side, as said, like Micro, other than like we saw them have a couple of good maps in their previous series, they still lost. And I wasn't overly impressed with him when it comes to train. And that's the map that they've picked into. Pro also was kind of underwhelming. And they have had tough opponents, but it's really like when we look within Asia, I think the whole tough opponent thing, unless it's Tai Lu, I'm not really giving that many teams a pass anymore because I think Vici looked kind of questionable in their first game. Even Tai Lu did to an extent, but I think they were pissing around. So I don't really count that. And then some of the other teams as well, like Invictus, it wasn't clean. Beyond, again, like ended up losing from a winning position. And Tiger, I don't really want to talk about Tiger. Like they've been so disappointing.
Yeah.
And they came into this tournament basically telling us in an interview that their goal was to win, and they can't even be the best team within their region. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at now everybody and going like, okay, well, I don't think Checkmate are the best team in the tournament, but do I think they can beat BREN? Sure. Do BREN have a lot more to prove, even though they've played two tougher opponents? Yes, especially after the last RMR not quite going as well as maybe they would have liked. And yeah, I'm interested to see if they can pull something off. I think they're going to need the likes of Derek to perform very well, but realistically, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, here we go on to train. The CT side is where Checkmate are going to reside. And this is a big challenge for BREN. You know, it's a map that they haven't played historically well on. They've got a terrible win rate. And when we saw them, it was atrocious. Micro really felt uncomfortable on this map, as we sort of predicted, although we looked much better when it came to Puggy maps. Honestly, if I'm looking at pound for pound, I'd probably want to go for a Mirage or a Dust 2 and really give Micro somewhere where he can thrive, as we saw him, drop like 20-something kills. He was nuts compared to his performance on these kind of maps. But this is definitely a pick which I'm scratching my head in. I think they probably wanted to bring it to somewhere where Checkmate aren't too comfortable themselves. I mean, we saw that game versus Watsai, right? 16-13, it definitely wasn't clean. I don't know if this is a wise choice overall. Not one that I'll side with. I still think Checkmate should win this map, but we'll see how things go down, as already a couple of kills have gone in. Blitz looking for more, and he's got himself a 3K. The first was very early in the round, but oh, that's a nice little position for Micro. He only gets one, a Micro impact.
Yeah, Checkmate going to take themselves the pistol. The thing as well, like even if you just look at the stats for the side of BREN, it's like they lost to Tiger on this map, they lost to Vici on this map. I can forgive those. They only just beat Sigma, and I'm going to be honest. Sigma managed to lose to the team that I think are the worst team in the whole tournament. So my expectation for Sigma could not be lower at this point. Like, yeah, you managed to lose to a team which I don't even think know how to play fundamental Counter-Strike. So that is that's one of those games where I'm like, okay, yeah, you only just beat a team that I think are dreadful on your best map. So or on your map choice, maybe not best map. That's a bit of an overstatement. But yeah, so I'm not feeling comfortable on this for BREN. That was a ridiculously aggressive attempt from Rue. I don't know why he did that, but you know, free MP9.
Well, oh my word. Techno's just swung on in and found a lot of damage, farming up the money. A nice little 3K. And although they'll manage to recover that MP9 that they were so graciously given, it is now in a 1v3. Not a very winnable position, in all honesty. Nice little farming technique by Techno. They still did lose quite a lot here, though, Tom. I mean, the sets of armor, the weapons they've lost. No, I mean, in a way, it's almost fortunate, because reinvesting into longer range weapons when it comes to playing against AKs is always going to be the ideal way when you've bought that many SMGs. In all honesty, if I had to categorize the second round buy of Checkmate on a map like Train, I think that would just be brain dead. Like, I hate 4 SMGs in general, but on Train, really.
Unless you've got some very specific idea, which evidently they don't. Yeah, I agree. And wow, this is already over, basically. This round is looking done. Very quick entries. Pros managed to do the damage. Oh, okay. Kaz has managed to find one. They're actually both here. There's a small opportunity. How's Hawk managed to get 2? This has become awkward, and I really don't like this. This round should have been over a long time ago. The thing is, though, Kaz basically has to win this for their money not to be screwed. So all in all, it really doesn't matter as long as BREN win the round. But yeah, those were just clinical entries. Nothing more, nothing less. Very simple stuff. And now Kaz has to clutch.
Was versus the rifles as well that they managed to find those openings, and that's a pretty bad sign for Checkmate. Upgraded weapons falling by the wayside. Nice swing by Kaz. He's good for another. Can he get it down to the 3K though? Smoke in play. Molly up deep for pop, but the player's not in pop. Oh, this is a nice play. I did like it. He's inside the smoke, drops a flash. Oh. This could be it. Sticking it. The spray is good though. That's a shame, because look at the HP of Pappy. If he could have actually forced the fight out, he could have done serious damage.
You could say that Pappy's HP was too low.
Oh, I don't know what I hate more. Some of these games are you. Still need to make my mind up.
How did we not think of that over the last couple of days? Such a crap on.
Well, you know, if I was to leave it to anybody to think of, it would be you.
Oh, God. I've made my morning a little bit better, at least. Well, they have forced into this one. An AWP, a rifle, and they're going to get the opening pick. How has Pro got there without anybody noticing? This is a weird one. Kaz has got an AWP. What? Oh, how did it take Pro so long to kill him? Oh, God. I thought he was going to get that second kill for a moment. Turns out that force buy is not going to work. A brute force A push is enough for BREN to take themselves a second round. But this has to be an eco, Mitch. So, Checkmate. I'm not going to be able to do anything else. I sure I'm from Micro as well. And this is what I want to see from him. Because they continuously pick into this map as him being like that solo B hold that doesn't seem to work at all. So, there has to be a reason. And as of yet, I haven't seen it.
Well, at least look at the 3-2 start. So, if there is no reason, if there's nothing hidden, nothing surprising coming up, at least they're making it a little bit easier on themselves. When I look at BREN in these last couple of rounds, they've been punishing every mistake that Checkmate have made. So at the moment, it's definitely a good sign. Yeah. Oh, has he managed to sneak in the corner? No, he hasn't. Or peeking him, but Wits has just killed Derek. He's headshotting with the op. Well, you know, sometimes you do say peek together. They took that one a little bit too literally.
He's literally running his crosshair over his head again right now. Oh, that's his own fault. That's his own fault. Hashtag blame Derek. And now Wits has got 0 kills. What a scumbag. How dare you run into his bullet like that. Well, we've got a buy. It's not a particularly good one for the CT side. No utility, really. Just a few smokes. No kit. Why?
Well, that was the deepest shoulder peek I've ever seen in my life. He peeked both shoulders around that corner.
He could see the right side from there.
Yeah, literally. I don't know what the hell that was. Hawk's, well, he's had his wings clipped. IV open. You have to commit another player to there. What a terrible start for Checkmate. I really don't know what the intention was on that one, especially in a round where you know they've got everything to work with. You already know Witz has got an AWP as well, right? I don't know what that was.
The thing is, what he just did, we sort of say his name like our good friend Alex Hawk.
You'll have the pleasure of casting some Asian Counter-Strike with Hulka later on.
Oh yeah.
Introduce. I can't wait to hear his breakdowns. Oh, this could be big. Could be massive by Kaz.
He's no.
Oh, never mind. Witz is just swung. Woo! All right, well, could have been big by Kaz, but it wasn't.
I want to see that. This is a nice round from Witz. Oh, we must do. We must do. I don't doubt them at this point. It's the last kill. It's his 4K.
Oh, look at. Oh my God, he's so smart. He just thinks behind me. It's like a horror movie.
Oh dear. Well, that's made some noise. Somebody should have heard that. And they did.
Hello, aren't playing, Tom.
What, another one? Derek got revenge. Except I don't think it was the same player.
No, it was Pappy instead of Witz.
That was too close. Like, Derek actually gets an ace in this round, but unfortunately one of them were on his team.
If they lost that after a team kill, I would have cried. I'll be honest. Laughing, definitely, but I would have cried.
Part of the plan.
Let's see.
Why do they keep running in front of each other while they're shooting? What is he doing?
Just BREN things.
I'm shooting here.
So that is 2 rounds in which players have just went, I don't care about you, I want the kill, and ran in front of each other. Been an interesting turn of affairs, but somehow BREN are ahead 5-2, playing very sloppy Counter-Strike. A double op setup comes out for Checkmate. The desperation play, one that makes sense when it comes to train, is very prevalent on this map. So many long-range angles. And it's funny that Checkmate know that there's so many long-range angles on this map, so they take a double op setup, and yet they 4-bought SMGs in the second round. So it's like, you guys know what you're doing here?
Do you have to say, though, only the SMGs got kills.
Well, you know what? You're not wrong. Well, then Kaz with a rifle.
They should have bought 4.
About 5, you mean?
No, because 4 is the magic number, remember?
Oh, so go back to this. God damn it. So, BREN had early intention of moving to B, but they're moving back down towards Team A, and I'm presuming this is going to be a fake out and then a pull back to Pop Dog. I'm never sure, though, with these players. It looks like, yes, they are doing that. Hawk down in Pop Dog, waiting for a victim, for an opportunity to come. This is going to be a totem pole drop. It has to be. He's looked away at just the wrong moment. He's been spotted now. He's coming up, though. He sees the feed and gets them on the way down. A double for Hawk. A shutdown. Blitz him with 1. And on the back of that, BREN, 20 seconds and a 2v4. Ooh.
Yeah, they're not going for the bomb. They need to get that. Oh, dear. Are they going to hold Ivy? Oh, Pappy, that is so good. And now only 2 players remaining, both coming in on the flank. Don't clip that soundbite. It sounds bad out of context. With only 2 players remaining. Hawk, 2 HP. Gonna try and sneak in, but I don't think he's going to be able to get away with this. This is meant to be a round for Checkmate. Everything's slipping away, and he's not going to spot them down the side of the train. It's left all onto Rue, and Witz is just feeling it at the moment. He's peeking into angles. And Pappy, fantastic play.
I just love the idea that your girlfriend's just sat in another room and randomly hears, like, thinks that you're integrating that into your commentary now. Just, oh, Pappy. It's like...
Well, I did shout the phrase, Pappy, that's so good. Which, yeah. She just comes in like, oh, have you been cast today? I'm like, no, I've had the morning off.
I discovered a new website. So anyways, yeah, If someone out there would like to clip that that soundbite of Tom saying, "Oh, Papi," that would be great, and just send it to me on Twitter. Would appreciate that. Could be useful for
set
my
me up
folder.
a dating profile.
Ugh.
Now all we need is Pappy versus Wang, and we can get the greatest sound bites of all time.
The PP overdose on one of those teams is a stand-in as well.
Yeah, this has been rough. Like, this is one of those where I want to firstly say that the fake that BREN threw out might be one of the worst fakes I've ever seen. It was one guy threw out a smoke down the ramp, then they threw one flash, and then 5 seconds later threw another smoke. Like, and there were still 3 players on the B side. Like, it's one of those things where I'm kind of looking like that, and I'm like, that's really obviously a fake. Like, they push nothing off it. There's no Molotovs. Like, they're trying not to use the more important utility. But it worked, so I can't really say too much against it. And Checkmate, thus far on Train, they've looked awful. Like, in that last round to lose that, it's just poor. And they're being picked apart here. Sure, there's been a few rounds where you've seen a couple of players get some like multi-frags and a few individual plays. Rue, someone I highlighted before, is currently 008, which, yeah, take that as you will. Not performing well at all. And they're just struggling. Like, it's not even good on an individual standpoint. I don't think BREN are doing anything out of the ordinary. Not anything in particularly impressive. Like, sure, you got a few smokes, a few Molotovs as they look to entry into this site, but they're just taking Angels and they're winning them. That's the match so far.
The only thing out of the ordinary that they're doing is they're trying actual strategies in a bad way. Like,
I thought you were going to say killing their own teammates, but
well, that too. But it's like oh, this is a nice bit of aggression. I like, but Blitz has gone out. He's left the control over. Doesn't want to poke too far in. Yeah, I feel like BREN typically, like, they're fake. It's much slower than normal. Their pushes out. They're not quite playing together. They're team killing. They're giving out opportunities. But Checkmate cannot capitalize on absolutely anything. Can't punish any of the mistakes. Blitz grabs one. Derek straight in for the trade. They've spotted Rue as well. He's going to jump over to the bomb site, knowing there's players down below him. But he's pretty much surrounded at this point. Wits with a pick. Micro's able to swing for free. And this is just a disaster. Checkmate. Look, BREN picked this map thing and Checkmate would be uncomfortable, and they have. Wasn't even a flick by Hawk there. He just started shooting exactly where he was aiming. Didn't worry about where his enemy was. Yeah, BREN came in. They picked this map to try and put Checkmate on ground where they didn't feel comfortable. Now, I said I didn't think it was a great idea because BREN have looked atrocious on Train. But when you've got Checkmate having a player 0 for 9 and the entirety of the team essentially unable to punish anything since that second round, who cares?
it's like even that. Like, and I like that they flashed someone in, but I think that you need to try and have a little bit more team play when you're having these aggressive pushes. Like, if there's more than one player there, you basically have to hope that the flash blinds everybody, and I think that you're kind of hoping for a little bit much. Like, go with a couple of players. Like, take some real risks. At the moment, it just seems to be trying to set up 1 or 2 people to gain something, and then, well, let me just fall back into these rounds where, considering this is basically a miniature buy, like a micro buy, there you go, a small amount of investment, you should do something a little bit different instead of just basically going, I'm going to hold in the same spot slightly more aggressively and with a worse gun and hope that that works. Like, well, it's not going to work. Also, can we point out that BREN have basically just walked into A every round? That's been the game. It's just like, hey guys, I got an idea. Is it go A? Hey, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Yeah, go A. Just go A again. Go A. They can't stop us, so why not?
They are looking like a vastly superior team at the moment when it comes down to just results-based, at least. This is going to be a faster play to the B side. They've changed up the strategy, Tom. I didn't like you making fun of them going A every single round. And what's happening here all the way out before Techno eventually checks it? They're on the site for free. Nobody can spot them. The ops are here a little bit too late. Blitz is able to at least catch one, but a double op retake. This all comes down to Rue. He's got to get on the board here. This is the time to get a kill, Rue. You can see he's hesitant. He's going to start moving as his teammates make some frags happen, and he doesn't get a thing done. With that, it's close range ops to try and make this work. A shot not connected by Blitz as the round falls away. Micro in with a double. He's last alive.
Oh.
But the flick doesn't work, and Micro 4Ks this round, saving it for BREN.
Well then, and it seems like nothing's going the way of Checkmate. That's now the second round where they've had a big advantage and just let it slip away by taking individual fights. Like, that was 3 kills in the space of a few seconds, but each of them was a solo duel for Micro. And yeah, I feel like most of these positions that we're looking at right now, there is no possibility for a trade. Like pushing through a smoke. Okay, that one's just a sick shot. I can't really take any. I don't think I'm gonna be looking at Hawk going, well, you should have been more aware of the headshot through the smoke. Like, can't really complain about that. But it's like that first push. Like, why are you running through a smoke with an AWP? What are you doing? Like, I get that things are going bad, but you had a good position there. Hawk managed to get a couple of kills, and that's the thing. I think he's had a few moments where it's like got them into a good position in rounds, and then somebody else has just made a silly mistake. Obviously, Rue continuing on his run of nothing. So 10 rounds T side. Now, I have seen games of Asian CS where this isn't enough. But in this case, if BREN have picked Train and they get 10 rounds T side and lose, I might have to just peace out at that point, because that would be, well, one of the worst things I've ever seen. And we're getting there with the matches that we had on day one, especially. Here we go, though. Derek, just cleaning things up. Nice and easy. There is another player here. If he manages to kill Techno without his teammate dying, I am going to laugh a little bit. Oh, no. Seems like they've spotted him together. There we go, Techno. Nice shot. I feel a bit bad for him. I don't think he's been playing particularly bad. Obviously, he's been put into the tougher position, but so far, I think he's just been playing retake. Like, it just didn't leave the server before he started this match. Just like, okay, guys, I'm playing retake A with a Deagle. I don't think this is fair. The spawns seem to have given the opposition full utility, an AWP and a load of rifles, and also there's only 2 of us. I think the server might be bugged. Also, we've got a dude who's only got 1 kill. Oh, wait, Rue got a kill. I didn't even notice. He's 1 and 12, Mitch. Moving on up.
Yep, about the same impact as if he had 0, let's be honest.
Be fair, isn't that similar to Dinko's performance in the show match?
It is almost identical to Dinko's professional career. On a good day. You said 10 rounds there must be enough. Well, they've got 11. So I feel like that's that's even more so. Time to just end this map. Let's just move on to the next. You know, I feel bad for Checkmate. We did say 2-1 because Train obviously looks better for BREN, even though they have been weak. It's a map that we've seen Checkmate struggle versus Huatsai on. But this is ridiculous. This is beyond a struggle. This is beyond not knowing how to play the map. I mean, they are just getting rushed out of A main and wrecked. And it's not even fast rushes either. It's like 20 seconds in the round. The mollies are gone. Well, they actually smoked down on top of the Molotov this time. Out they go, looking for a fight. Blitz needs to do something. His teammates are smoked off down towards Ivy. He can't really do a whole lot. I think Kaz might have a small angle to play off of. And indeed he does as he catches Poppy off guard, but Derek is here to trade it back. Only good for 1, though. This is a good start finally, but it's pulling all the way back for BREN. A flurry of frags and a round win with Rue having to get 4 times the kills that he's already got.
See, you set that up like you don't believe, Mitch, and I think that's a bit unfair. Like, I think Rue's got this. 1v3, 30 seconds. He's like, I'll be real, right? I get Satan and AWP, but 11-2. There you go. You're like, what have you got to lose at this point? It's not like, when was the last time they won a round? Let's just have a little
Round
gander.
2, wasn't it?
Round 2. Round 2. They won the pistol. Oh god, I knew it was bad, but I didn't realize it was that bad. I guess it's one of those things, you know, like there's a thing where like when people go sort of into shock and they just wipe something from their memory. Like in my mind, I was just like, oh, I know they must have won a round like a few rounds ago, right? It wasn't that long ago. Nope. It is it's 12 in a row. 12 in a row.
Ooh. Not much else to say, really, is there? This is going to be a very short post-game segment.
Yeah, like, well, Blair's going to have to do some pretty quick breakdowns of all of these rounds. Like, what went wrong for Checkmate. He's going to get out his Weatherman segment. I would love it if one day PGO actually added one of those in and just didn't tell him.
Blair, you're not going to break down this round and you just see Blair start crying. Oh.
Ow.
Two players towards the back of the site. No one's able to do anything about it. Techno gets up on a flank, and he's actually managed to drop the bomb. Smoke that. Oh, he's in danger. Oh, no. He's panicking like crazy. Trying to get out of that position. I've never seen a more awkward disengage. He's shut down. Bombs picked back up. No one was there to support him. They come around the corner right into Papi Chulo's bullets. And Tom, you jumped the gun. You said they were going to get around, but
I still believe. Ruse got this.
You have too much faith in Checkmate, I believe.
I'm not going to get rused here. Come on, boys. You got this. I believe in Checkmate. For this round. Not for the match. They're screwed. But for this round. 12-3 half. Easy. No problems. Papi Chulo? Nah. Pro? Nah. Kaz? Well, they're going to see your orb.
Papi's got another. He's looking for 4, and this is just depressing at this point. Rue at least able to come through with 1. Can he get himself up to 4 kills on the end of the half? No! Of course he can. 13-2. Checkmate. This is the worst game of Train I've ever seen. What has happened to a team that we came in? They're top of the scoreboard right now. Top of the entire tournament. Obviously, very few teams have played 2 games, but still, they beat Tiger. And you can come in and tell me they're not comfortable on this map. I absolutely agree. That's why we said 2-1 in favor of Checkmate in the end. But this is abysmal.
Yeah. I do also love the fact that Kaz, when he was hiding in pot, did it with the AWP facing, so they could 100% see it. Like, oh my god, Papi's been insane this game.
I mean, the game's already over, right? I don't care about the pistol round. I don't care about anything anymore. The game is over. It's 13-2. You're on the CT side now, the map you picked. If BREN lose this, we kick him from the tournament.
Oh, micro! Ooh, he didn't get shot. Still hasn't been shot. He's taken 0 damage. Hey, he took damage. Oh, I'm celebrating. Wow, that's depressing. I'm celebrating him taking what, 36 damage when he wide peaked the whole team.
Yep, that's where we're at right now, Tom. I think, you know, massive props to BREN. I think they've come in. They're firing on all cylinders. These players are dominating these fights. But Jesus, that ADR is sad. That is actually sad.
That's the smallest bar I've ever seen. He needs to purchase some PP Overdrive, and then maybe he'll start playing a little bit better. Of course, the player for the roster, not anything else. If you thought of anything else, you're the sick one, not me.
You want him to buy a player from the roster?
Yes.
You sick bastard.
Oh
well. I mean, yeah, this is GG's in chat, boys. Let's get on to the next map. Hawk's not able to do much, and well, you know, I can't just highlight Rue. We can't just say he's been terrible. He has been terrible, but we can't just say he's been terrible. The whole team of Checkmate have been atrocious. I don't know what the decision making is coming into this. The reason I say that I don't care that they're uncomfortable on this map is because we've seen them in 4v2s push 1 by 1.
Hurrah, hurrah.
Exactly. That has nothing to do with the map. That's not, oh, I don't know how to hold A. No, if you push into them, into T-spawn, one at a time, that's on you, bro. On any map. They can make a brand new map right now. You do that, that's nothing to do with the map. That's your team and your decision making.
Well, yeah, no, a lot of it, I'll be honest. Wait, what?
He ran down ramp and he just managed to make it out to sight while there was a play aggressively in upper. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. I still don't think they're going to win this round, but hey, that's a small consolation prize. They're going back to A. They had B, and they're going back to A. They got to face off against Big Pappy, who's, wow, he's just been destroying them this entire game. They are going to be getting the bomb down, and they've actually got quite a lot of positions to retake here. Rifle also picked up for Blitz, who, well, he's not had his game today, but he's definitely been, I would say, the best of a bad bunch. Well, retake begins. Quite a lot of time already gone on the clock. We're down to just 20 seconds left. Blitz is going to open things up onto Pappy. However, the trade's already starting to come back in. Oh, the peek from Hawk is too much. It's left onto Kaz. They need to get someone on this bomb, and it is over. Done. Easy peasy. I don't know. That was like someone just walked in and just threw the board on the floor at the beginning of the game. That was